Hello there and welcome to Backpaddock Software Training. In this video we're going to learn how to create a last used template which you can use to help and assist with time in your recommendations. To do that, we'd open up our SoilMate and on the dashboard we will click on the button Lab Test Results. Here we'll actually select a lab test result from a test that we've already ordered and a result that we have imported. In this case, I'll be selecting our barcode BP acid from the purchase order number acid soil 1. The first thing you do is you go along to the little piece of paper with an arrow on it, which actually will help us generate a recommendation. So we take the same process as if we would do a normal generating of a recommendation. However, we give the recommendation a template name. In this instance, I'm doing a template for canola. So I put the name in and then click on Next. Now I'm not going to run the grain end plan model with this particular one because all I'm doing is just creating a template of any fertilizers, lime, gypsum that I may put onto the crop throughout a season. So I'll click on Finish and this will actually generate what we would normally use as a interpretation or recommendation. Now you'll see that we open up on the first tab being the evaluation. We're not interested in the details on this tab today, we're just going to the recommendation tab. And this is where we add any fertilizers, lime or gypsum that we may apply to this paddock throughout the season for our canola crop. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go across to our fertilizer tab on the right hand side and we're going to click on Add. Now what this does is it brings up all the fertilizer selections that we have, and we've got a number of options that we can choose here. It's currently defaulted to all. Then and we were to click on here, it would actually show all our favorites, and if we were to enter any into our others under the management tab, other products, then that'll actually be sitting over here as well. So this could be some of your products which were relevant to yourselves with regards to lime and or gypsum. I'm going to show you how we would select from a supplier, and I'm going to choose a generic supplier, and the first option that I'm going to select is lime. Now I've selected my lime. Now I need to choose my application comment. I have two ways to do this. I can select it as an abbreviation under this option here, or I can select from the list of selections that we have over here. So the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to select broadcast, OK, and then I'm going to select a timing comment. Again, I can either select it from the abbreviations here or I can select it from the long list selection over here. Now I'm going to select it that I want it to be spread in February, and here's February here, so we click on February. Now if I was to have any favorites of my timings, then I'd click over here and only my favorites will be showing. And I click OK. Once I click OK here, you'll actually see that the first one is entered at the bottom over here. Now all I do is add in the next one. Add. Now what else would I possibly put onto my canola crop through the season? I'm going to select all fertilizers, I'm going to select the generic, and we're going to be putting on some gypsum. Again, application comment, and we're going to broadcast this, and again we're going to be putting this in February. Once I'm happy with that, click on OK. And you'll notice that now we have two options available to us here. And then we just continue on by adding until we're happy that we have everything that could possibly happen throughout that canola season. Now you may see here I've started adding in some extras, and now we're starting to lose it below this line here. All we need to do is use our mouse, hover it over the line, click with our left mouse and drag it down. And that'll give us some additional space. Again, if you need to bring it back up, look for that line, hover over it, click with the left mouse, and then just bring it back up. Now as you can see, I've actually gone ahead and I've entered in anything that I think could possibly need to happen to the canola crop as a recommendation throughout the season. Once I'm happy with everything that I've got there, then I actually go up and I click Save and Close. We'll just close this window here, which is actually the lab test results that we had open. And the button that we'll go to now to find where we've actually got that recommendation is our Recommendations button. Once you go in there, you'll see the template is here, and if you click on that, you can go in at any time and edit if you need to. Remember, the data that you've kept on the template is under the Recommendations tab. We'll close that again, and now we'll show you how we would actually use that in a real life scenario. So again, we're going into the lab test results. We're going to pick up a barcode, and this one here I'm going to pick up BP99666, and I'm going to create a recommendation for this using my canola template. Then I go through and next. Now if I was running the GrainM plan model, then I would actually click on that and then start running that. For this demonstration, I'm not going to run the GrainM plan model. Click on Finish, and that'll open up my recommendation or my interpretation. We go to the Recommendation tab. The next button that we'll use to pull up our template is the Last Used button. So you'll click on that and it will bring up any recommendation that you have created in the past, and that's why we would name it with the name template, so that you can identify that more easily. Once you've highlighted the one you'd like to use, click on OK. Now to go in and change things around a little bit, because obviously you're not going to add lime and gypsum at the same time, you would go through and you'd click on the one that you wanted to delete, and you'd go across to the right hand side and you'd click on Delete. It'll ask you, do you want to delete that? Say yes. And you just go through, you just delete the ones that you don't need. Remember, this is just a template for everything that could happen in that year. Once you're happy with your recommendation and you've put in all your advisor comments and things like that, actually save and close it. Then we'll close the window, and where you'll find it is again under the Recommendation tab, and you can see it's there ready for you to go in and amend it if you need to, or use it as a reference for one in the future. And that is how we create a last used template. At Back Paddock, we understand that everybody is different and learns in different ways. To facilitate this and to make our products more accessible for everyone, we have a number of different ways and means of obtaining assistance in any situation. Do you prefer to talk to real people? That's great. We have a friendly team of people on our help desk, always ready to take your call and help you. Would you prefer to have a look at some notes in your own time? That's great. Visit our website www.backpaddock.com.au, go to the Help Desk tab, and you'll be able to find the notes under the relevant program that you're looking for, in this case under Soilmate. Perhaps you'd like to get a personalised training session. That's great. All you need to do is visit our website, go to the Help Desk tab, and then click on the relevant program that you'd like to receive training on. In this case, you'd be looking for training in Soilmate, and then we can actually personalise that training session specifically for you. I'd like to thank you for your time today and look forward to being with you in other training videos.